Hello friends, happy Monday. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments and to tell me where you are watching from. I'm also live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person is probably watching on a different platform. And if you would, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube if you like tonight's video and think others should see it. Also, if you wouldn't mind hitting that heart thumbs up button or the heart button, I would greatly appreciate it. Not only does it help me, but it also helps you, because it tells the algorithm that you like this kind of content, and then the algorithm is going to push more content like this into your feed. So not only does it help me, it helps you, and I greatly appreciate it. And as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. I always forget to put that little string up. Let's go to the comments. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And again, as you hop on, please feel free to say hi in the comments. And if you are lurking, that's a-okay. You can just keep lurking. But I appreciate that you are here. And with that, let's go ahead and flip the camera, and I will show you what we are working on. So we have a Summerween sale going on right now. So that includes some fall, Halloween, and some summer transfers that are in the sale section of my Chalk site. I do have this transfer linked in a cart link in the description of the video. But if you just go to my Chalk site, which I think I can pull that up right here. Oops, not that one. If you go to the link in the comments, or there's a link exactly like this one in the description of the video that will take you to my Chalk site, and you should be able to order things from there. Oops, let me turn that back off. Okie doke. So this is called 'Tis the Season. It is from last year. So it has been re-released in the Summerween sale category. So it is available through September 3rd or as supplies last. And I imagine that this one will probably sell out. But it's super cute because it has your pumpkin, your football, your fall leaf, and of course your pumpkin spice lattes. So let me go ahead before we get started. Because this is a reusable silkscreen transfer, I'm going to write something on the back that denotes that this is the back side. That way when I'm all finished cleaning the transfer and it's ready, dry and ready to put away, I know that this is the front side and this is the side that the transfer needs to be put back on. Okay, so we're going to make a graphic t-shirt this evening. And I picked up this cute little kind of oatmeal khaki colored t-shirt at Walmart this weekend. It was on clearance for like $4. I love Walmart t-shirts. It's a great place to get t-shirts that are not those boxy unisex t-shirts. So that's kind of why I like them. So I'm putting in this sticky mat. I also have a Chalk Couture sticky mat linked in the description of the video. Hello, Miss Bonita. Good evening. How are you? I am cheating this evening and I'm using a sticky mat that is for an electronic die cutting machine. I can get these at my local Hoblob. They used to come 12 by 24, so I could get 4 of those because it came 2 to a pack and I would cut them in half. I don't think they sell those anymore, but I still think they have the 12 by 12s. It's a great way to get some extra ink mats if you're trying to watch your pennies or just make your pennies go a little farther. I highly recommend the Chalk Couture ink mat, but I also understand that I don't know if you're like me, I can't afford everything, nor do I want to afford everything, although my bank statement proves otherwise. But you know, the less I can spend on some supplies means that I can spend a little bit more on other supplies. So if you're wanting to try Chalk Couture, but you can only invest in the silk screen and the paste, that's what I would do. And then you can use other materials that cost a little bit less. Hopefully that made sense. So I just put the ink mat in my t-shirt. It doesn't necessarily have to be straight in there. You do want to try to get out as many of these little wrinkles as you can. So as you can see, it's flattening out the fabric of my t-shirt. It's keeping it from slipping and sliding all around. And then it's going to protect the back side of my t-shirt from getting inked on if my ink bleeds through. And so now I'm just over here trying to find my t-shirt guide. I found the infant, the toddler, and the youth. I'm not quite for sure where I stashed the adult one. Somewhere, obviously, where I shouldn't have. Don't know where it went. So I have some t-shirt guides if I can ever find it. Let me just pull out this whole stack. Some of this I need to get rid of, but I won't do that now. Okay. Where are you, little turkey? So I have these t-shirt guides, but wouldn't you know, I cannot find the adult one. I don't know. probably in a pile somewhere. See, I cut my mats all up. And this is one of the Chocateur ones. I just have it cut up. I guess we just won't use it tonight. Or I can maybe get away with using the youth one. Wheel. I could wing it. That guide makes it super helpful. I'm just over here still digging. I need to hang them on a hook somewhere so I don't lose them. Nope, I don't see it. Summer. It's probably buried in a pile somewhere. Things are falling. Okay. Well, we're just going to use the youth one. It'll still work. So these are little t-shirt guides. So you just kind of line it up. T-shirt's a little cattywampus. I kind of try to line it up with the tag of the t-shirt. It'll give me a general guideline. And then I'm going to peel my transfer. And one of the things I like to do is I like to find the center of my transfer. And you could either line up the edge of your design, or you can line up the edges of the transfer, but that doesn't always translate very well. Sometimes you don't have even sides of your transfer. So what that does is it puts a little tiny tick mark right up there, so I can line up that little mark with the center of my shirt. And if this is mostly even, which it may not be, I didn't. That's mostly even. I usually do a pretty good job of getting it even. There's been a few shirts that I have botched. I'm going to pull up my comments on my phone. Okay. Hopefully that's not too low. So I pulled out, tuck that. I pulled out espresso, which is the new brown color. I pulled out orange peel, bumblebee, currant jam, and this is garden herb. It's an original green color, but pesto will work just fine. That's not gonna work. So I think we will use those colors. Although I may trying to figure out what's in the cup is going to get me. I may not use bumblebee. Or, yeah. But what do I use for the cup? I'm going to use espresso for the football. I'm just checking out my ink colors. So I have papaya, which we could use maybe for the cup. That's what it looks like compared to pumpkin. Or I also have a homemade brown. I'm not for sure what it even looks like. We might use that. This is actually, trying to remember what colors. I think we used green and was it purple? Somebody taught me that when I was in a class. I had a workshop and we were making t-shirts and I didn't have brown. As you can kind of see I think it was kiwi and purple. I think it's actually, is it yellow and purple? But it made the perfect shade of brown. It worked. Don't ask me. Okay, so let's get started. Let's go ahead and use orange peel. And I just have my backer sheet down here to kind of help protect the bottom of my transfer. And I need to get out some squeegees. So my orange peel is a little foamy and it's been that way since I got it. It looks kind of like a marshmallow fluff, really. But I'm just going to put a little bit on my squeegee. And we're just going to add that to the pumpkin. I'm kind of glad they re-released this transfer because I bought it last year and then I never used it. Surprise, surprise. Does that surprise anybody? Okay. Put that one to the side. We might need it some more for some of the borders. I need to decide if I want to do the borders. Oh, I have a hair under there. Oops. Okay, so let's do the. Jason says he's shocked. So many transfers I haven't used. It's just, it's embarrassing actually. So I heard something on, if you're watching this live or if you happen to be watching it later, tell me what you think of this idea. I actually heard someone talking about it probably either on TikTok or Instagram. Oh, good grief, Robin. So they were talking about going to a reverse craft show. And what the reverse craft show is instead of selling things that people made with their craft supplies, they were actually selling craft supplies like unused or not wanted, or so it was just a bunch of crafters that were selling supplies and probably selling those supplies to other said crafters who were trying to sell the things that they have never used. But I thought it was quite intriguing, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately. So tell me what you think about that, especially if you're local to my area. Would that be something you're interested in participating in? Would that be something you're interested in shopping at? I also wish we had like um, an arts and crafts or creative resale store Jason and I found one in Wichita called Recreate ICT, and it was really cool because there were a lot of. I got some really good deals on some scrapbook adhesive. Uh, that's usually like $6 or $7, and I got them for um, uh, like $2 a roll. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm gonna pop in with some papaya and do the little pumpkin on the cup wrapper. Okay. And let me tell you, if you look at these 3-ounce tubs of ink and think, oh my, I could never get through this, some of these ink tubs are some of the original tubs I've had since I bought them. And I've been in Chocateur for 7 years. And some of them are at least 5, 6, 7 years old. Jason agrees that store was cool. I'm going to do the coffee cup in this homemade brown color, and then we're going to kind of see. I think I might try to pull it up because I'm using ink. It's not going to dry as quickly as paste would, so I'm not terribly worried about pulling it up yet. I do have to be worried about not covering up my pumpkin that's inside the coffee cup. It does not dry out like the paste does, but we will see. Hopefully I don't eat my words, but it definitely does not have the quick dry time that the paste does. Okay, let's put that to the side and let's see what we're doing. Before you peel it back, check your fingers. Make sure there isn't any ink, because if you touch your t-shirt and you have ink on it, you will get ink on your t-shirt. I'm a little worried. Well, I think we'll be okay. I'm going to check it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it because I know it won't dry, because I'm afraid, especially with the t-shirt, the more I peel it up and put it back down, the more it's going to distort and not go back to the size that it was. I think we're okay. Famous last words. Oh, that's a wee bit, I don't think we'll be using currant jam. I think that can be retired. So I think we'll pull out papaya. I don't think I want to use bumblebee. I think it might be a bit too bold. I think we'll just use papaya. Since I just have oh, sorry, I misread your, Benita says, does the ink not dry out like the paste does in the jar? Not as badly, but you can see by my currant jam, it is quite stiff. I mean, it's not rock hard like the paste, but No, so a lot of these are some of the original colors that I purchased long 5+ years ago. Some of them get a little spongy or rubbery, but they don't get rock hard like the paste does. So I'm just kind of evening out my squeegee lines, making sure I get all of the tips and toes of the letters. Hey, Miss Ashley. Okay, I think we'll go in now, and I'm going to clean off this multi-tool. I'll start using it. I'm going to put my squeegees over here. Hopefully I don't drop them on my shirt. Okay, so let's come in with some of these colors. So we've got my homemade brown. We'll do papaya. We'll reopen my garden herb or your pesto. We've got orange peel. And we've got espresso. Actually, put that away and we'll just use. Ashley says she's enjoying the cooler weather. But yeah, my watch says it's 7 degrees on the 25th of August. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Okay, so I'm just going to, I really need to get rid of this foil, but I think we'll do these round. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think I'm going to do it in, well, I just don't want to make this too hard. I think we'll come over here. We'll do these in brown or espresso, which means we do, got a hair. Let me get out one of these little clay tools. See if I can get into some of these smaller areas. Much better. So if you look for in the for like clay tools or silicone resin tools, these have a really small squeegee on them. They work great. You could also use a detail tool, but this one was close by, so. So did everyone have a good weekend? I'll borrow some of this brown. I've got quite a bit over there. Oops. I'm just using my multi-tool as kind of a little palette. Okay, let's come down here and try to get this done. Ashley says she did. They went to Manhattan. Ours was good. What did we do? Oh, Jason and I ran quite a few errands. Went to the fish store here in town, the Train in Vain aquatic Train in Vain. It's the aquatic and reptile store down on Broadway. Then we took recycling. I think we went to Hobby Lobby. I was supposed to make a t-shirt for a friend. I didn't get that done, so I got to get that done tonight or tomorrow. Then we went to church and went grocery shopping. I had to film a tutorial yesterday. That was fun. Okay, I think I got all of the brown parts done. Anybody doing anything fun for the Labor Day weekend? I think Bonita had some, I think she might have had some sports stuff this weekend, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's pull out the green. Oops. Should have probably done this all one color, but what's the fun in that? Those probably should have been brown, but they're going to be green now. Ashley's working this weekend. Are you doing nails? Or are you? She's doing nails. Yeah, I'm getting closer. Put a, if you would, I've got some new product that just came out. I have the autumn peanuts and some of the holiday home collection. If you want to see any of that after this t-shirt video, or after we get done with the t-shirt, put a fall leaf emoji in the comments. We're done with that. Let's get my orange peel. Let's do this color. Sorry, I'm concentrating. This is about the time of the point in time in the project where I just start slapping stuff on and it starts to get a little sloppy. So I need to try to concentrate a little better and not go so fast. Okay. Jason, uh, life with you is never dull. Oops, I need to do the stem of my pumpkin. I just saw that. Whoopsie. Something just fell off. Okay. Oh, he says he couldn't find it. It's up. I think it's up near the holidays. Some of the initial holiday stuff after the. I used all the colors. I'm gonna come in. It's there. I promise. Let's do this brown. I hope none of this is drying. It would stink. Okay, so the ink becomes, most of you know this here, but this is just for the replay club. This ink becomes permanent once you set it with a heat press or a home iron or an easy press. If you use a home iron, you need to set the iron to whatever setting it is for the fabric of your garment, or whatever the fabric of whatever your project requires. And then you're going to put a piece of parchment paper over your dry ink design, and then you're going to put the iron over your design and gently move it around in circles for, it says the directions say 4 minutes. But I don't know if I would do 4 minutes. I would check it after about every 30 seconds, just to make sure that you don't scorch your fabric. If you're using an easy press or a heat press, you want to set that to 305 roughly, and put a piece of parchment paper over it and press it for about 30 seconds. So again, check your fingers. Jason says he never thought it wasn't there. He just knew his ability to face. It was your inability to Facebook properly. So I'm just peeling it up gently. I see I missed a spot. Part of my tea is not there. Not terrible, but you want to make sure that this backer sheet does not, so I'll just remove it. Okay, that looks really pretty. Very fallish. I like it. So I'm just going to put this on my backer sheet, and then when I'm all finished with the project, I will take it over to my sink. I will run it under some warmish water. I'll use my board eraser and I'll get that all clean. And then once it's clean, you want to air dry it for about 20 minutes with the sticky side up. Honestly, most of mine air dry for about a day or two until I remember to put them back on their backer sheets. I'm terrible about that. Jason says he loves it. Let's do it this way. Kind of check your fingers again anytime you want to touch it. So I leave mine on the ink mat overnight. I don't touch it because if I try to pull it off the ink mat, it will be the biggest disaster ever. So I just leave it on the ink mat, let it sit overnight, and I will heat set it either tomorrow or Wednesday. So that's my t-shirt. So let's zoom back out and I will let's go get all of the goodies. I'm just going to put this, I'm going to move my squeegees so I don't end up putting this on top of my squeegees. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm going to grab some of the new goodies. I've got lots. Uh-oh. Gonna lose something. Okay. Oh, that's what fell. It's my multi-tool. So in case of course that looks really blue on camera, but it's a super kind of a grapey purple, but it does look blue on, it looks super blue on the camera, but it is purple. So that was Ditto. That was color of the month. It did sell out. Okay, so let me show you some of this fun stuff. So these are, let me get the transfer that goes with that. This is, we had 2 things launch a week ago Thursday. Yeah, a week ago Thursday. So this is the etched ornaments. It is a B-size transfer, and it comes with, or no, it doesn't come with, you can purchase the classic ornaments shapes. I believe these match. So you get, and these are the same material as the chalk spot. So they're about, I think they're a 1/16 of an inch wide. They're an MDF, but they're solid. I mean, I'm trying to bend them and they don't bend. So here you've got your 3 trees, 3 gingerbread men, 3 candy canes, and 3 mittens. So this would be a fun little project. This would be a great project to do with some grandkiddos. These would make cute little stocking tags. They'd make cute little ornaments. You can paint them, you can seal them, you can use all of the gilding waxes on them. But again, that's the etched ornaments and then the classic ornaments shapes that goes along with that. So these are some of the chalk spot surfaces. This is the 2-pack of the 5-inch squares. Again, the same 1/16 of an inch. Hello, Miss Tammy. How are you? Freshly back from Alaska. These are the 1/16 of an inch 5-inch squares, and they come in a 2-pack. I got 2 of those. This is the 5x7 chalk spot simple squares. They also come in a 2-pack, and I believe the price point is like $4. I don't have that catalog with me. And then these are the 5x7 simple tags, and you get 2 of those. Super fun. This is the 9-inch circle. You get 1 of those per pack. And again, all of this is very affordable. Think Bullseye Playground at Target and Dollar Tree surfaces. That's what this chalk spot is kind of modeled after. This is the 9x12 tag. So it's similar to the thick door tag we used to have. It does come in a 1-pack. I have a couple. These are the 3D decorative trees. These are really cool. These are a lot bigger than I was anticipating. These will be fun to use with all of your background stencils. So you get a set of 2. You get a small one, and they slide together to create a 3D tree. Super lightweight, super easy to store, fun to decorate. You could get some of the, even if you didn't want to use Chalkature, you could go to the craft store and get all of the little candy and gingerbread miniatures and glue them all over. Get some fake snow, and you could have the cutest little gingerbread candy decorated trees. And then we have, this is one of the new G transfers. So it's the 6x18. It's part of the Peanuts Chalkature Autumn release. So you have 3 designs on this one. So you've got Snoopy and a pile of leaves. You've got Charlie Brown and Snoopy, and it says Be Giving. And then Lucy and Snoopy says Thanksgiving pies 5 cents. The pumpkin is in. Super fun. This one is part of the Tiffany Thiessen line. This one's called Bonafide. It's also a size G. I think this one will be super cute. Tea towels. Like you could do this portion on a tea towel. You could make a cute little table runner out of it. It would be great on a pillow cover. It would make a cute t-shirt. All sorts of fun stuff. This is an etched carnation. This is part of the workshop reward. So if you host a workshop and it's $250, then you get a couple of transfers. But this is also available to purchase singly. A couple more of the Peanuts. This one was actually a Chalkature designer exclusive through the Quick Shop, but it's the Woodstock Witch and Snoopy. This one is Linus and Welcome Great Pumpkin. It's a size A, so it's a 4.5 by 6.5. These are part of the Holiday Home collection. Oh, Christmas tree. And then this one is Santa's Sweets. And then this is perfect for those 9-inch. We have a 9-inch Chubb's shelf sitter, and then we have the 9-inch circle. This one is the vintage reindeer. That sweet little face. He'd also look cute on some of the pillow squares. This one, I believe, is already sold out, but it's the Peanuts Happy Halloween. These are not going to be reordered, so if you want any of these, I highly advise you getting them because these will not be reordered. Here is the Peanuts football. All sorts of cute little football designs. You can use them together. You could use them separately. This one's one of my favorites. It's the Snoopy Scarecrow. He's so cute. He's bigger than I was anticipating. I didn't realize he was going to be a size B, which is 8.5 by 11. And then you've got the spooky crew. Linus, Snoopy, and Charlie Brown. And then this one actually is my favorite one. The world needs messy people. Amen. And it's Pigpen. Love Pigpen. And then we have the damask pattern, which would be great on pillow covers. It's a great background. I don't think this has the chalk spot stuff in it. Let me check. I think because it came out later, it's not in the catalog. Nope. Okay. There's September's Club Couture, but you can't see it yet. You'll have to wait till September. This is the mistletoe pattern. It is a size C. It is a 12 by 18. I must have put those other ones away. And then this one says Joy Noel. And it has a vintage, very vintage Santa. Lots of mixed media designs in the transfer. Jason says the Peanuts collection is awesome. It is. It has been fun to use. I haven't used a whole lot of them, but I think these two are my favorites. Scarecrow Snoopy and The World Needs Messy People. I definitely need to make a t-shirt for myself. I still need to make a Lucy one that says Grouchy Since Forever. So which ones were your favorites? So the other two free transfers for a qualifying workshop are, if I can find them. You get the etched carnation, so you get a size A. You get a size B, which is the etched pumpkin. And then you get the larger fall harvest pattern, which is has part of the etched pumpkin in it. But it's a size D transfer, so it's an 18 by 18. So this is what that one looks like, and then that's the etched pumpkin. And then I think, let's see if they have the etched carnation made. It is right there. Okie doke. So let's go ahead and bring up my front facing camera. Maybe. Oh yeah. Just had a brain fart and forgot how to do that. So it's still on the ink mat, but this is the shirt that we made this evening with the 'Tis the Season transfer that is in the Summerween sale right now. So if you want this transfer, it is I have it linked in the cart link in the description below. It's available on my chalk site in the sale category. So there's over 100 products in the Summerween sale right now, so go ahead and check those out. I'm excited to wear that. That'll be fun. I'm so ready for fall, especially since it's 67 degrees out at the end of August in Kansas. That is, we don't even have 60-degree nights at night, so I need to enjoy it. Okie doke. I will be live again on Wednesday with a new project. So I will see you then. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.